Dear students, as we do move on to the chapter chemical effect of electric current, we know that electricity is produced through a source, say for example a cell. So what do we understand about a cell when we use a little bit of chemistry over there? Let us have a look. When you have a look on a cell, you will see a positive sign and a negative sign. So there are two terminals in a cell. The positive terminal is devoid of electrons. As you know, positively charged bodies have got less electrons and more protons. That means they have lost electrons. And negatively charged body have got more electrons and they have gained electrons. Therefore, the negative terminal of a cell or a battery supplies electron and the positive terminal of a battery accepts electron. Same things happen in any electrical source. The positive terminal will accept electrons and the negative terminal will release electrons. And therefore, when these terminals are connected through a conductor, then electrons flow out. And then electricity is conducted. So what is happening when we have put a conductor, a wire, then electrons flow from the negative terminal and go to the positive terminal via the electrical appliances. For example, the electrical bulb over here, and the bulb get heated up. So that means electrons are flowing this way, and we tell that the electric current is flowing. So what is electric current? First you should know that flow of charges is electric current. So you refer to my video voltaic cell, then you can also see how current is produced inside an electric cell. This is very, very important to understand. However, outside I can tell you these electrons are coming out from any negative terminal and are going to the positive terminal. So the direction of electronic current is from electronic current, that is flow of electrons from negative to positive terminal. But the conventional direction of current, we say it's just the opposite, positive to negative. So that part you have to understand. Now we also know that a positive charge atom is called a cation and a negative charge atom is called an anion. Actually, when you will have a look on sodium plus, then you know that sodium has got, its atomic number is 11, so it has got 11 proton and 11 electrons. So it has lost one electron, therefore it has got a plus charge because it has got more of protons and less of electrons. So it is a cation. So remember that it is a cation. There can be many other example of cation like Mg12 plus means it has lost 2 electrons and so on. So these are cations. Alright, now there will be anions. What are anions? Anions will be just opposite, that they have gained electron, like Cl minus 17, they have gained electrons. That means chlorine has got 17 protons because its atomic number is written. So E, atomic number means number of protons or electrons. So 17 protons, and there should have been 17 electrons too, but there is a minus charge. So that means one electron has come. So it has got 18 electrons. So in fact, through this chapter you can also know that this is 11 if there was no charge, so proton and electron both had been 11. But if there is a plus charge, that means its electron is lost. Plus means electron has been lost, and number of plus means that many electrons. So 1 plus, so 1 electron has been lost. So it has got 11 protons and 10 electrons. Similarly, its atomic number is 12. So it has got 12 protons and 12 electrons if the plus charge was not there. But there are 2 plus charges. So that a plus means always less electrons. So it has lost electrons. How many? 2. So its number of electron will be 10, but number of proton will be 12. So proton number is fixed over here. Whatever be the number here, that is the number of proton. So here there are 17 protons, but there is a minus, that means an extra electron has come. So it has got 18 electrons. Same way anything like N minus, that means it has got 7 proton because proton I said is fixed, and it has gained 3 electrons. So 7 and 3, 10 electrons are there on this. So these are called anions. A negatively charged ion is called anions. There can be a group of atoms which has got which will have negative or positive charge on them. They are called radical. Like OH minus means a system in which hydrogen and oxygen are linked, and the whole, both the atoms collectively has got 1 extra electron. So this is hydroxyl ion. Sometimes we also call them as radicals. Group of atom containing charge are radicals. So this is hydroxyl ion or radical. Similarly, NH4 plus means this whole system has lost 1 electron, because positive charge means it has lost. This is ammonium ion. Ammonium ion or radical. So first these things you have to understand. Secondly, when we are talking about chemical effect of electric current, we should understand that suppose a battery, this battery symbolically is always shown like this. The plus one, a larger one, and the minus terminal. So this is showing a symbol of battery. This is plus and this is minus. Always shorter and thicker is minus and longer and thinner is plus. So now I'll use this plus and minus to show the cell. Now here I take a beaker and I put, say for example, a metal over here, a conducting material I place in the beaker, and I keep some liquid over here. So a very basic and foundation thing you have to understand, that the negative terminal, the plate which is connected to the negative terminal, the plate which is connected to the negative terminal, or the plate which is connected to positive terminals, these are electrodes. These are electrodes. So the negative terminal one will be supplying electron here, because it is connected to the negative terminal, and the negative terminal means it contains extra electron that can be supplied. How can we create this movement of electron? If there is a negative terminal, that means it has got extra electrons. So if I place a positive thing there, then the electrons may start coming towards that, because positive thing will attract a negative thing. So we can make charges flow, etc. This side there are positive terminal, that means this is positive terminal, and positive terminal is connected to this electrode. So this electrode becomes a positive electrode, this electrode becomes a negative electrode. Again, positive electrode will have scarcity of electrons, so it will attract electrons, and negative terminal will have abundance of electrons, so it will attract protons or positive charge. So now how we name the electrode? Like we have named the positive ion as cations. So cations will move to the negative electrons. Cations move to negative electrode. So we call the negative electrode as cathode. Cathode will be the negative electrode. So remember, this is cathode, negative electrode, minus, it should be connected to negative terminal. So cation is positive ion, but cathode is negative electrode. Similarly, if I see anions, so anions are negatively charged ions. Anions are negatively charged ions. Alright, this is a cation. Alright, remember this is a cation. So, and these all are anions. These all are anions. So negative ions are anions. So negative charges will flow somewhere, because they've got extra electron, they've got negative charge on them, so they will move towards the positive bodies. So what is this electrode? This is a positive electrode. So anion move towards the anion move towards the positive electrodes. Anions move towards positive electrode. So anode is the positive electrode. Remember this, anode is the positive electrode. So this very carefully you should understand. So this is important over this video. You have to understand about all these things. We understood cations are positively charged ions. They have lost electrons. They will get attracted to negative body. So they will get attracted, in case of this system, they will get attracted to the negative electrode. So anions will move towards the positive electrode. So anion will move towards the, anions will move towards the positive electrode. So positive electrode are called anode. Similarly, cation will move towards the negative electrode. So negative electrodes are called cathode. Did you understand? So that means there is interchange. Cations, positive ions, cathode, negative electrode. Anions, negative ion, anode, positive electrode. So this is what we keep it till here.